The Prime Minister has praised personnel who were on Operation Ellamy for their unbelievably impressive performance. He was speaking during a reception at 10 Downing Street this afternoon for 130 servicemen and women who took part in the Libya campaign. Charlotte Cross reports.
The Military Wives Choir welcomed men and women from all three services as they arrived at number 10 for the Prime Minister's reception. They all served on Operation Ellamy, the 5-month NATO mission to liberate the Libyan people from Colonel Gaddafi's regime. The UK played a major role in operations around Libya from both air and sea, flying over 3,000 missions, including 2,000 strike sorties, 1/5 of the NATO total.
It was a hugely busy period, both in terms of the distances that were travelled, with each sortie being an equivalent distance of London to Boston in the United States, but also something that was done with a great intensity. Flying every day, every night, without a day off. There was always somebody in work, in the air, planning, briefing or debriefing.
The threats ranged from Special Forces RIBs, operated by Gaddafi. They were trying to pull us into a killing zone. We were fired at on 10 occasions with rounds landing close enough that you could feel it through the ship's hull. We were against a very credible anti-ship missile threat. So we had a lot of threats out there.
Inside number 10, the Prime Minister mingled with his guests. In his address, he said he wanted to pay tribute to their professionalism, dedication and bravery.
When, as Prime Minister, you take that fateful decision to commit forces to an operation where there are considerable dangers, and there were huge dangers in Libya, it's obviously a very difficult decision, a very tough decision, but at least you make it knowing that you're asking some of the most professional, bravest, most dedicated people anywhere in the world who are able to take on the most difficult tasks and just carry them out with complete brilliance and dedication, as you did.
The service personnel here today represent just a fraction of the total number involved in Libya. At its peak, 2,300 British servicemen and women were deployed. Committing military forces to Libya averted a humanitarian catastrophe in Benghazi and has saved countless civilian lives since. Today's reception at number 10 is the Prime Minister's way of saying thank you to the servicemen and women who took part on behalf of the government and the nation. Charlotte Cross, Forces News, Downing Street.